Day marks 447 days your lessons to learn and continue to learn with you. My hope these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, will achieve your goals, will empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about letter F. The words that start with letter F. We already discussed A, B, C, D, E, and today we'll focus on letter F. 7 words that start with letter F. As I said, it's very, very important to really focus on the words that matter. And this is the first letter, first word will be focus. What you focus on expands. The power of direction. So if we want something to grow, we need to focus on that. We want solution to be bigger, be focus on solution. We want to really, we want to really expand and problem, focus on that problem. So focus is one of very, very important words in our lives because what we focus on, that's what we grow. So that means if you want to develop skill set, you need to focus on that. You want to develop your character, focus on that. You're not able to develop something if you're not able to focus on that. So focus is essential. And now when there is a series of letters, some series of words that are essential in our life to become the best version of our lives, we need to focus on those words to attract those words into our lives. So focus. When you understand how important focus is in our lives, otherwise we will like run like headless chickens in all directions. We need to have direction and focus on that direction to really to achieve the best version of ourselves. Focus on becoming that version of ourselves. Focus on developing our identity. Focus on building behaviors and patterns that really allows us to become that version. Focus on the goals. There's so many things that we need to focus on just to make sure that we're able to move forward. Number two, and this is extremely important word, is faith. And this is basically the power of belief, or I could even call it anchor. Faith is such an important anchor. One thing is that people who have a strong anchor achieve much more. What they mean by anchor? Every single person will endure some storms. Every single person will have circumstances, external and internal circumstances that you'll need to deal with. So it means when you pursue big goals, massive goals, and you have massive faith, that means you're able to persevere during tough days. And one of the biggest things that I really love about faith is that faith turns uncertainty into clarity. So what I mean by that is that when we really have that massive vision, and there's a lot of uncertainties, how we'll get there, what kind of research we'll have, but faith gives you clarity. That's exactly the right thing to do. And that's again, when you have that clarity, that's the right thing to do, no matter how uncertain you are about all the things that you will need to do. The most important part, you have clarity about the vision, clarity about your faith that is the right thing to do, and that's where you're able to really achieve massive success. It's fuel. Faith is fuel during the tough days, during good days, and gives the clarity. I mean, I always have the analogy that I really love when I heard it first time is that when you have a foggy day, you drive very slow. When you have a clarity, you drive much faster. And clarity, that's what it does. And faith does that we're able to really drive. And again, if during storm we drive as well, no stop and don't quit because we have faith that we are going to the right direction. Number three is flexibility. Flexibility is just the power of adaptability, really adapt and flexible. And the more flexible you are, the more able to really adjust as quickly as possible. Of course, when you know, like when you have some kind of metal, you're not able to bend it. When you have water, you're able to put in any kind of cup and it will fit and it's really flexible and adjust. And that's why so many people say that we need to be like water to evolve, transform, because if we are very, very rigid, what could happen? We can break into cup in pieces. But when we're flexible, we are unbreakable. We're able to really be molded in the things that we need to mold ourselves. Not we need to mold not into external things. We need to mold ourselves based on our own internal desires, based on our alignment, based on our vision, who we want to become. That's again very, very important because flexibility sometimes could be a good thing and a bad thing. If you're flexible for the wrong reasons and flexible to really align yourself with the mask that you put yourself to be not rejected by the group that you're not supposed to be part of it, I feel that is not good. But flexibility, when you really are flexible in evolving, adapting, resourceful, to achieve that vision that you have set for yourself, that's alignment. Okay, that is very important. Number four, and this again, this is where I needed to work very hard in my life, and that is forgiveness, the power of release. Because I think that, including myself, I think that we have a tendency to carry grudges. Oh, this person did me wrong. Even up to ourselves, I did myself wrong. I did other people wrong, and that means that we're carrying luggage. And when we're able to really say that forgiveness is releasing yourself, not others. Because sometimes we believe that when you forgive, you release other person from the wrongdoing. But I think that I needed to learn that forgiveness is not about releasing other person, but releasing myself from the grudge, from carrying that grudge. But when you release yourself from the grudge, you release all the things. When you give up all those grudges, when you give up all the negative, you're able to go up. I love saying that you need to give up things to go up. And when you want to go up, when you want to achieve that vision, sometimes you want to give up all the grudges, and that's where the forgiveness lies. The power of release. And that's the freedom of disguise as surrender. Number five is fearlessness. Fearlessness. And I really love this word because in life, when you pursue your vision, there will be a lot of fear. There will be a lot of fear. You're not at your vision yet because you're not capable yet. There's a lot of things that you're not able to do it yet. So that means if you're not able to do it yet, so that means if you need to do something outside of your abilities, of your comfort, of the things that you're able to do. And that means that it might be that there will be fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, fear of a lot of different things. That's with fearlessness is that you execute in life no matter what. You know that you have fear, but you are executing anyway. And I think that that's again the fearlessness comes with the courage because no matter how much fear you have, but you execute it anyway. And I think that that's the most important part is that you grow at your speed, at your courage and fearlessness. Because sometimes we procrastinate because we're fearful. But when you're fearless and you have that full of fearlessness in you, you're able to execute, and really get feedback from those actions to really get better. Let's say that what's working, what's not working, what I need to change. And of course, because of that, you are growing fast. Number six is fitness. And that's the power of energy. I remember the first time when I learned about the power of energy is when I was going to judo trainings and jiu-jitsu trainings and sambo trainings, and I looked into the coaches that used to be and trainers after the training, and all of them was very high in education. All of them was business owners, very high level of thinkers. And I realized that even though they were very good in sport, they're very good in thinking as well. And I think that's because they elevate their body, they're able to elevate their mind. It's very hard to elevate your mind when you not elevate your body. Because it's harder to elevate your mind when you do not have energy. Because energy is the most important resource in life. It's not time, it's not money, it's energy. How much is worth millions of dollars in your bank if you do not have energy and you're laying down in your bed? Nothing. Nothing. That's why energy is the most important um, resource. And of course, strong body supports strong mind and strong spirit. The last one, number seven, and the probably is again one of the most important as well, and fulfillment. And this is the power of alignment, aligning yourself with the purpose and meaning, the vision, with aspirations, who you want to become and why you want to become that, and what kind of people you want to serve and who you want to serve, and aligning your values, beliefs. There's a lot of things that we need to align just to make sure that align our strengths and develop our strengths, align those strengths with our vision. And I think it's very, very important to really, because true success is feeling at peace while pursuing progress. Such a beautiful saying. True success is feeling at peace while pursuing progress. That's just a this amazing statement for living a fulfillment, having fulfillment and living a fulfilling life. And I think that's again, we always need to seek, and then that's when you know that you are in alignment, when you really are feeling peaceful, even though that you might be going through the storm, but you have peace because you know that you're pursuing progress and pursuing process that will lead to better tomorrow. So to clarify and really just in short, those 7 words is focus gives you clarity, faith gives you strength, flexibility keeps you moving, forgiveness frees your heart, fearlessness expands your limits, fitness fuels your potential, fulfillment crowns your journey. I hope that you reflect as well on all those words, and I think that you note even more words that start with F that is essential in your life. And I think that, as I said, it's very important to focus on that word, to attract those words more into your lives. So I hope that I hope that you reflect on them. I hope you will choose to win, and see you tomorrow.